Hey guys, how's it going? Sky over here for Espresso with Sky. Thank you so much for joining us today for another vlog. Now, if you guys are new, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell. If you want to help us out, go ahead, hit the like button. But if you really want to help us out, go ahead and leave a comment below. Now, what is today's question? Okay, so we're in another MCO or another lockdown here in Malaysia. So my question to you is, which country is handling the coronavirus the best? Which country do you think? Is it America, Canada? Is it Sweden? Is it, like Philippines? Is it Malaysia? I don't know. Go ahead and write down what you think. Okay, so let's go into today's vlog. Now, this is a story I told in one of my live shows, but I want to give you a little bit more details, okay? So this is a really funny story, and tons of people were telling me how much they laughed and how much they had it. But of course, in this vlog, we're gonna have a lot of graphics and stuff, so it's gonna be like, it's gonna be a little bit more graphic and funny, okay? So this is a story about me in Korea about 6-7 years ago, right? I think 2013, 14, so maybe 8 years ago, right? And what happened was, I was living in Korea, and at that time I was there for about 4.5, 5 years, and I was there because I was there for Bible college, right? I was going to seminary school, everything else, and my cousin was coming to visit. Actually, he came to live there, right? So he's like going, "Hey, cousin, good to meet you. Let's go meet up and have some like food together." I'm like, "All right, sounds good." So I'm like, "Oh, I'm excited to meet my family, right? My cousin, older, like kind of like an older brother figure." And I was like, "Yeah, let's go meet." So I'm going, taking the train. It takes about an hour to get to his spot, and I'm taking the train, and about 5 stops before I get to the station I'm supposed to get to, all of a sudden, my stomach goes into, and it just felt like everything, there was like a weight that just dropped to the bottom. I'm like, and then it was like, it's like, my stomach was saying to me, "I gotta get out," right? He's like, something's gonna come out. So I'm like totally freaking out right now. I'm like, what the heck is going on? And I had to go to the bathroom so bad. I'm like, how bad did I have to go? It was so bad, and it was so sudden that I was holding it in the whole time. Like I'm just starting like, and on top of that, I'm sweating. Like that's how crazy it was. I'm ready. It was like a little turtle peeking out, like getting ready to come out. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, right? I'm holding it in 5 stops left. You can't for me, I'm like, can't the train go any faster? You can't do anything about it. You're just waiting. The moment the train hits the stop, I book out the door. I'm just running, looking for a bathroom, and I'm like going, God, like I didn't care. You know, at the moment of desperation, when like a kid wants a dog, and they'll say anything, like, "Oh, please, mom, give me a dog because I'll do anything for you. I'll do this. I'll wash the dishes. I'll do all these things," right? In desperation, they go crazy. I was just looking for the bathroom. I see it, and the great part about this, guys, is this was in a brand new building. So in my head, I was like, wow, this is great because it's a brand new bathroom. I go in, it's like a magical bathroom. Everything's nice and clean. I go into the stall, close the door, lock it up, and then I go straight to business. And it was like, those bomber planes, it's like, and they drop like 1,000 bombs. It's just like, right? So all these bombs are going off in the toilet. And I'm telling you this, guys, because I was so desperate to go, I didn't care. You know what I mean? When you get to that point where you're so desperate, you don't care what it sounds like. You don't care what it looks like. You don't care if anyone's listening. You are just letting the bombs rip. Right? So I'm just like, oh my gosh. And you have the feeling of relief, like, okay, thank God, I've come back to my senses because now I finally let the bombs drop. So I'm sitting there in this situation, and then craziest thing is there's like someone in the next stall. This person was dropping bigger bombs. We're talking nuclear. It's like, like the big mushroom cloud and everything. And you got to think about the situation, guys. I was so desperate letting out these bombs, and just to be in this situation, it was so funny that I started laughing out loud. I was laughing, and I knew the person could hear me. I knew they could hear me, so I'm just like, no, it was so funny. Just because of the situation, it was so funny. But I realized a little bit later, like, wow, how embarrassing that would be, right? Wouldn't that be so embarrassing, right? Just like that person carrying the garbage bag right behind me. Right? Perfect timing, right? It was so embarrassing. Okay, so I'm like, oh my gosh, I just embarrassed this person. I laughed out loud. They heard me drop the nuclear bombs next to me, and now, I'm laughing about it, even though I was just dropping bombs right before that. So, I'm finishing up, and then the craziest part is we both flush at the same time. So I'm like, oh no, we're both gonna come out of the stall at the same time, and it's gonna be so awkward because I was laughing at this person. So I'm like, oh no, this is kind of crazy. So, what should I do? So I thought to myself, I don't want to embarrass the person, so I'll stay in the stall. I'll stay in the stall. Why? I don't want them to be embarrassed. If they're embarrassed, come on, just Sky, let them go first. So I sat there just waiting, kind of at the door, right? Put the seat back down, and I sit down, just kind of waiting there. But then a thought came to my mind is like, come on, man, like you're a foreigner, and or it's like, and you don't even know this person, you'll never see this person again, right? So it doesn't make a difference. Just go out. Who cares? Play like nothing happened. I'm like, gosh, why are you so conscious about this stuff? You should just go out and do it. I'm like, all right, fine. So unlock the stall, open the door, I walk out, and this person is washing their hands, and the moment I walk out, both of us, our eyes lock. Kind of like, our eyes lock, and we're just staring at each other, right? So it was kind of like, do. And for honestly guys, it felt like 3 minutes. But it was only a few seconds, but we're just staring at each other like. And then it got really awkward. Why? Because it was a girl. I was like, oh my goodness. So when I saw it was a girl, I started thinking, where am I? Where am I right now? And I started looking for the men's urinals. It's like, okay, if there's a urinal here, it's a guy's bathroom. And I'm kind of staring around. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's no urinals. And I was like, what? I ran into the girl's bathroom. And this girl looks at me and says, this is the girl's bathroom, I was like, huh? And I just ran out. I just I booked out of there. And then I went to go meet my cousin. It was so embarrassing, right? Now here's the crazy part, guys. Well, not the crazy part. Here's the meaningful part, right? So it's a cool, funny story. But I think, for all my stories, everything else, we need to have some meaning in there. And the one part, when I was thinking back at this story, the thing that was really, the realization I had was, like, man, here I was, remember when I was inside the stall, the door was locked? And in my head, I'm just thinking about how embarrassed this person would be. But when I actually opened the door and went out, I was the one embarrassed instead. Right? And I think that in life, it's very, very similar too, is a lot of times we lock ourselves in these stalls, like these bathroom stalls, and we're just assuming what is happening outside in reality, but we don't really know. And we're thinking to ourselves, oh my gosh, they're embarrassed. Oh, what are they thinking? And we kind of assume what people think. We assume what people are thinking, what they're doing, everything else. And a lot of times we're wrong, right? And what happened was, not until I unlocked the door and opened it and actually went out, is when I saw truth, or when I saw what reality was. And in the end, it was me who was embarrassed instead. I was the one that made the mistake. And I really believe that, a lot of times we do lock ourselves into this bathroom stall and we think whatever we want to think. And in order for us to kind of really live a more meaningful and joyful life without getting into these massive embarrassments or assuming the wrong things about other people, what they think or what they're doing, we really have to open unlock the door and unlock the stall of our hearts and our minds, right? And once we unlock that and we search to seek reality first before anything else, this is when we're gonna be like, oh, this is what actually happened. And I really hope this is something that a lot of us can really get ourselves to do more often, is to kind of step out of your heart, just like staying inside your mind, stepping out and going into reality, all right? Hope you guys really enjoyed today's vlog. Have an amazing and awesome day. If you haven't done so far, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and like I said, hit the like button and leave a comment below. And what's the comment we said? The comment is, if you don't know what to comment, just comment which country do you think is handling the coronavirus the best. Okay, everyone, have an amazing, awesome, and amazing day. We'll see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.